friends and crafters. I'm here on a Friday night and we are crafting. I want to show you a video that is inspired by Gina K. We're going to use some Gina K products and a technique that she does with her silhouette stamps, and I just love it, and I want to show you what I've learned by watching her video. So let me show you the cards real quick. I'll show you these here, and then I'm going to put it on my card cam so you can get a close-up. We've got a blended background, we've got a masking technique, and then we've got our sentiment strips. So that's the oval, and I'll show you another product on how I did that. And this is another blended technique. So what are we going to use? We're going to use some mask by Tailored Expressions, and this is called Arch. There we go. And then this one I used masking stencil Frayed Edge by Tailored Expressions, and I'll get this one up close so you can see, and maybe cut my light down just a little bit. Let me get my remote. Let's see. There you go. That's a little bit better. So you can see these frayed edges here. That's a mask, and it was done with this one. And then this card here, let's see if I cut it off. Yeah, you cut it off. I cut my overhead light off so you could see it just a little bit better. That's the oval, and that one was done with Tailored Expressions masking stencil masking oval is what that one's called. Okay, so we're going to use Arched. Let me cut my light back on. And I have chosen a blue card base. And we have a black panel that's cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And then our white panel is 5 by 3 3/4. So with these masking stencils, you get two choices. You get the larger stencil, or you get a smaller stencil. So let me cut this off again. Maybe the light will be better if we just do no light. But there'll be shadows. That's a little bit better. I adjusted my light just a little bit, making it a little bit better. Okay, I think I want to use this larger masking stencil, and I am going to use some of Gina's silhouette stamp sets. These are really beautiful stamp sets, and what I had used for this card and this card was summer silhouettes. by Gina K. And then I think we're going to use friendly silhouettes on this next card. And I think we're going to use this image right here. And the inks we're going to use are, we'll do these in order of how we put them down. I've got Simon Says Stamp Heather and Simon Says Stamp Guava. And then we're going to use Gina K's Peach Bellini and then her Sweet Mango. Put my magnets back up. Won't be using those. And then, of course, to do the silhouette, we're going to do this very dark VersaFine ink. I like this for doing silhouettes because it's really black and really crisp. And then we're going to use some blending brushes. And to hold our ink still, I've got the ink stand. Okay. So I have a sticky mat. This one is probably by WaffleFlower, and it needs a little cleaning. It's feels like it's got sand on it. So we're going to clean this with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, which I don't think you're supposed to use rubbing alcohol on it. You're supposed to just use regular water, but it's still sticky, and it feels a whole lot cleaner. So what this sticky mat does is it holds your cardstock still, and it also holds your stencil still. Now this stencil also has engravings for your cardstock. If this white cardstock was the regular size, 5.5 by 4.25, you would be able to line it up with these etched engravings into the stencil. But my cardstock is smaller, so I am going to line up the lines from the corner and then the lines on the side. And then I'm going to smooth it down to, first you got to center your mask to make sure this opening is in the center of your cardstock. Then we smooth. I was looking at it, it's like, wait, this is not right. Yeah, you got to center it. Okay, so the first color I'm going to use is this Simon Says Stamp Heather. And let me move these over here so you can see this ink stand. And I'll put this in the description so you'll know where to get that. All right, so we are going to clean our brush off and ink up our brush. And we're going to start at the top, and we're just going to pat over here, and we're going to just blend this heather at the top very lightly, kind of doing an arch shape. Follow the shape. Get a little bit more. Go to the left and go to the right. Swirl it around. Okay. And then we're going to do the next shade, which will be a pink shade. And I'm going to use Guava. And this is my WaffleFlower blending brush, and I'm going to clean it off. Now this is really bright. I don't have a lighter pink, so I'm going to do a really light hand with this pink. I'm limited on what colors I do have. I'm growing my ink stash right now. I got some more colors coming. I've ordered some from Concord and Ninth. I'm excited about that. They've got a new class coming out in May that Christina Warner is going to put on, and she has a stamp set she's going to use and some color suggestions, which I did order the color suggestions, so I'm excited. I'll have some new cardstock and some new inks. Now we're going to go to Gina K Peach Bellini, and again a WaffleFlower brush, and ink up our Peach Bellini. And we're going to overlap our colors just a little bit, because it will blend and create a beautiful blend and a beautiful new color. Okay, then I'm going to go back to my Guava and blend those together where they transition. And then I'm going to go back to my Heather and blend it. Then our last shade, our last color, is going to be Gina K's Sweet Mango. I'm going to start over here so it's not so drastic at first. And go up and blend into the Sweet Mango. Or I'm sorry, the Peach Bellini. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my Peach Bellini and blend that transition color into the Sweet Mango. Okay. I'll put my brushes back up because I'm through with those. I've got these really neat holders that I saw someone do that holds their brushes, and it's just a game changer. Okay, so we're going to peel and reveal, and there we go. There's our backdrop for our card. Okay, so we're going to get our silhouette stamp, and I'm going to use this one right here, and it is new. So we're going to rub it just a little bit, condition it a little bit. They do have erasers that'll take this coating off when it conditions your stamp, so it will accept the ink a little bit better. And then I'm going to place it. I'm going to use my Misty. So take our mat up. And I found another storage tip. Somebody else that the video I was watching keeps their sticky mat in this. This is Scrapbook.com's little stamping pouch, and it keeps it clean. So what we're going to do now is I have another WaffleFlower grip mat in here that will hold this cardstock, and we're going to set our silhouette in place. And have our Misty door pick that stamp up. And we're going to use our VersaFine black onyx. And it never fails. If I use red or black, I get it on me every time. So I'm checking my hands so I don't transfer my fingerprints over to my card panel. And I'm going to ink this stamp up. And I'm using my Misty in case I don't get a good first impression. I can redo it. And this is just a hockey puck, an air hockey puck that I ordered off of Amazon. Works just fine. That's pretty good. We did good for our first impression. But I want it dark and crisp, so I'm going to do it one more time. That's the beauty about the Misty. You can do it more than once, and you can restamp in the same position every time. Okay? So now I'm going to put my lid back on my black onyx, check my fingers, and use our Gina K stamp chamois. And this still looks a little dark, so I'll spray some stamp cleaner so you can see how dark it is. And then I have Hero Arch Scrubber. And see, it got it all off. Love it. Clean stamps. Then I'm going to take my stamp chamois again and just wipe it down. And then we'll put it back. And then we'll peel up our card panel. And you want to be careful with this VersaFine, especially if you stamp it more than once. You can kind of still see it's kind of shiny. That means it's still wet. The last card that I made, I smeared it, so I had to start over because it wasn't quite dry. So at this point, you can take your heat tool and dry it, or you can be really careful and not smear your image. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and put our card together. There's our card base, top folding, and then I've got a black panel, and then our focal image. So the one of the other products I use, and I've showed this in my past videos, is this double-sided adhesive by Scrapebook.com. I love it. I like how it fits in my hand, and my finger rests here very comfortably. And the trick is to go slow. If you go fast, you can see you don't get all the tape off the runner. But if you go slow, then you can see you get a nice stripe of tape. So I was going like really quickly, and I wasn't getting the full advantage of my tape runner. So we're going to center this the best we can. Sometimes I'm not good at it, and I will use some liquid glue too if I have a hard time getting it straight. But I think I'm doing pretty good tonight with it. Okay, so you probably can't see it on camera, but I have a little bit of black on my glass board from where this is not completely dry. So I'm going to be real careful with it. And I like to open my card. For some reason, it just helps me get this positioned dead center. So I'm going to center it. I'm going to stay away from the black and just press till that gets dry. Then I'll rub the back. So our card is just about done. We've got to choose our sentiment. So we have a happy birthday, and we have happy anniversary. And this one, I was thinking, we've got a happy birthday together. We've got you are my best, and then you could put friend. I miss you so much. So very thankful, and hang in there. So I think I'm going to do the so very thankful. And I think we're just going to do a strip. And put that right there for just a second. And I need to cut me a strip. I do have the Gina K trimmer. Love it. It's nice. And we're going to cut just a sliver, maybe a 1/4 of an inch sentiment strip. About like that. And we are ready to stamp our greeting. And I think what I want to do is trim this up just a tad. I don't know, do I want to do past the black mat and center the sentiment here, or do I want to do in between? I think I want to do in between. So I kind of want to do it right there. And I can tell I've touched it. So I've smeared it up just a little bit, but it's just a little bit. It ain't much, so we're not going to fret about it. And we're going to go out on a limb and use a block. And what I like to do is I like to just lay it, because if I lay it and press, it'll it gets all wavy and not straight. So if you just drop it and press, it's all in a straight line. Okay, we need black again. VersaFine black onyx. And we're going to just barely stamp. Ink it up real good. And center it. And that looks pretty good. Now the other question is, do we want to pop this up? Or do we want to lay it flat? I think I want to pop it up. So we're going to use some foam squares. And these are probably Scrapebook.com's foam squares too. And it'll take quite a bit of them to go all the way out to the end. And just remove the backs. Picking them all off. Sorry, my dog. The cats are outside fighting, and my dog can hear them, and it drives him nuts. Okay, so I'm just going to barely press, and there's our card. You do the card cam so you could see it up close. And there you have it. There's my card. So thanks for visiting with me tonight. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to go and see what the dog's barking at. Always something. You never can film a perfect video because there's always noise in the background, husband cussing, dogs barking. You know how it goes. Anyway, please like and subscribe, please. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.